Hey everyone, I'm Haley. Welcome back to What the Film School, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how none of my film school professors had a plan. So it is January, and that means that semesters are starting if you are in university or if you're in high school as well. Maybe you're on a semester system. So something that typically happens on the first few days of school is that you'll get introductions to who your professors are. We kind of already know the phrase, those who don't do teach, which basically means if you failed at doing the actual thing, then just go ahead and teach people how to do it, because somehow that makes sense, right? Anyway, but that aside, I definitely didn't get that sense in film school from any of my professors, because if you're taking a film class, whether you're in high school or in college or whatever it might be, your professors are such a wealth of knowledge. That doesn't mean that their experience all before that doesn't matter and that they're only a teacher or only a professor. That just means that they have had enough experience to that point that they want to give advice, that they want to spread their knowledge. A lot of my professors were older, probably I want to say like 40s, 50s, 60s. It seemed fairly half and half. A lot of them were, half teaching, half working, and then some of them were just specifically teaching. What I saw from all those classes and from all the different professors I had is that most people didn't really have a direct plan for when they were coming into the industry. Some of them did go to film school, some of them did not go to film school, and a lot of them found a lot of success in their own ways, and it just meant that they were taking a bunch of different jobs when they were younger. They didn't really start on working on set as production assistants and then kind of work their way up. There was just such a diverse background in the professors, which I think is amazing when you get to see all these different experiences and learn from them. Something that I distinctly remember, I took one class from a professor who was kind of teaching all of us how to break into the industry after we graduated, and she actually started out working at a porn theater. She was working in the little projection room. Something like that is so funny, and you think that it's so irrelevant, you think it's like a terrible job to start out at. And today that professor currently actually works part-time also at the Tribeca Film Festival, I believe. So she's watching people's submissions and she's controlling all of that. And it's not to say I have to follow her path. I have to start exactly where she started to get where she is now. Because if I wanted to work for a film festival, then she's certainly a great resource to talk to and to listen to, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to copy her either. I think the biggest thing that stood out from all of my professors is that none of them ever seemed like they had any regrets from their past. You kind of don't really know exactly where your life is going to go, and I think that's something that I took away from my professors, because at first I went into my classes and I felt like they were kind of the way to do it. They were kind of the example of how to do it, and I had to follow that. And so whenever I'd listen to their backstories or listen to where they came from, I felt like, okay, well, how does it make sense that if I'm supposed to follow them and yet they never really had a plan for themselves either? There's a little bit of comfort in realizing that not everybody in life has it all figured out or laid out perfectly. Don't let it scare you, and your professors, again, are such an important resource, because while you can't copy them exactly, you can still learn from them in many more ways than one, because what they're teaching in the classroom gets you so far, but what they can teach you in life, maybe they can mentor you, just give you some general advice on kind of how and where to go, and then from there you can decide, it's up to you. You can decide what jobs you want, and you don't have to stick to a clear path that anyone tells you, because I think it's pretty open in this industry. I'd say that there's quite a few things you can do, and again, you never know what job is going to take you where. I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and hopefully it helps you. If you're going to be going to film school, or if you're taking film classes already, then you can kind of look at your professors a different way and kind of understand what their experiences are, how it relates to you, and how it can help you. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification to get notified anytime I post a video. See all the links down below for my social media and also for my film course on filmcourse.org. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!